Greetings one and all, this is Lloyd Brown welcoming you all social media family to my vlog. Season 6, the final episode of the making of the Salute Project album, closely to be followed by the making of the Therapy album. I want to take the opportunity and just thanking each and everyone that has basically just tuned into my vlogs thus far, whether it be this season or any of the preceding 5 seasons. Thank you so much. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now you done know the coup already. On the first half of each episode we're going to be talking about how the original track was conceived, and in the second half of each episode we're going to be talking about how the Salute mix version of the said track was conceived also. And today it is the final track, track number 14, You Must Know. Now, You Must Know was recorded as part of my Against the Grain album, which was released in 2003 under Jetstar, under the CEO-ship of Mr. Palmer. And it was customary of Jetstar to actually re-lick rhythms that was basically made popular at that time. That track being one, which was originally done by Morgan Heritage, She's Still Loving Me, and also many other tracks of the day, too many to mention at this point in time. But going back to She's Still Loving Me by Morgan Heritage, I had the idea of writing something to that track which was different from the vibe that Morgan Heritage basically had, because it just didn't make sense trying to write a love song when Morgan Heritage just smashed it with that song on its own. So I wanted to write a song on the flip side of that, and I wanted to write it from a more gospel orientated vibe. So You Must Know came about, and it was one of my bucket list ambitions to do a duet with Don Campbell. I mean, what can I say about Don Campbell, man? What can I say about Don Campbell? About his vocal range, his vocal dexterity, his harmonic skills. What can you freaking say? You know what I'm saying? It's like Don Campbell does what it says on the tin, right? I asked Don, would he like to collaborate with me on the track? He said yes. And he came in and he voiced the track. And there's a part of the track that I really like, which was very natural. And it was when Don sang, "If there's one thing that I know, I am nothing without you. One more time for me, brother." When he sang that line, he was actually saying rewind and let him do a drop in. And I said no. I said no. And then what I done, when I voiced my bit on top of the duet that we done, I said, take your time, take your time. It was just a natural vibe, and I just liked that naturalness about Don's delivery. We actually doubled our harmonies with each other. Just a vocal blend of harmonies between myself and Don was like, it was like Phil Spector's Wall of Sound. If you don't know who Phil Spector is, just Google that. The overall vibe that we had when we finished voicing that track had the desired effect, because that still remains a very beloved track to a lot of people, that is still played today. Now fast forward from then till now, it was actually the last track to be voiced for the project. There was another person that I wanted to sing on that track, but I thought, nah, it's gonna be too easy for that artist to sing on that particular track. I wanted the disassociation of styles and genres across the tracks to be more evident, to really take the vocalist out of their comfort zone. So I decided not to feature the original vocalist, which I wanted, and to feature Granty Asher. Now my knowledge of Granty Asher was very minimal until I went to a wedding reception. I was booked to perform at a wedding reception alongside Vivian Jones, and I think it was in Birmingham, I'm not sure. I'm sure it was Birmingham because I did buck up Bonita Star there. We was in the green room, as it were, just getting ready to do the gig. And I was hearing this tune, "Look on my black skin." And the tune was like getting pulled up like 5-6 times inside the reception. And I'm saying to Bonita, "Who is that, brother?" He was saying, you know, you're about Granty Asher. I said, no, too busy in my zone making music, me, do you know what I mean? I said, no, I've never heard of Granty Asher. The tune just kept getting pull up and pull up and pull up. And then when I started hearing it on the radio, then I got to know more about Granty Asher. Solid song, solid in its delivery, lyrical content, everything was down pat. And that was my first knowledge of Granty Asher. It wasn't until a year or so after that that I decided to make a vlog about just reaching out to producers, reaching out to vocalists, collaborating with producers, because that's what I felt was needed at that time, because I just thought things were just getting a bit too tribal in this thing, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to reach out, and producers came back to me and linked me, and one of which was Conroy Star Vibes, and he basically asked me to collaborate with Granty Asher on a track that they were composing, and it was called Hard for Hangle, and it was about the human trafficking slave trade issue. Of course I agreed to that. Granty recorded his part of the track at his studio, and I recorded my part at mine. The two linked up together. Hard for Hangle was the result of the track, and it features on my Vocalist Digital Deluxe Edition album. So time had passed, and I basically asked Granty if he wanted to be a part of this project, to which he agreed. He came to the studio, voiced the tune, done what he had to do, and that was basically it. It was as simple as that, and here is the finished result.
In every heart there's a place for love to dwell in all of you, to manifest in all the things you do, yeah. This you must know. In times of hardship and pain, keep the faith in all you do. God is there, for he will see you through, yeah. This you must know. For as long as I draw breath in this life, I will pledge my love to God every time. And with all I've learned and all I possess, through things and times, I will love God no less. If there's one thing that I know, oh yes I know.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, was how You Must Know was made. Now, before I go any further, I just want to take the opportunity in just thanking all those that has watched this series thus far. The reason why I wanted to make this series was just to basically show where the inspiration came from the very beginning of the project, even midway through the project, and even at the end of the project as well. And to show people that it's a team effort, you know. The common ground was basically the songs, and it's the songs that the artists had no problem in saluting. It's nothing about me, it's not about saluting me, it's about saluting the songs and what the songs mean to the artist in order for the Salute project to come out in the first place. That was the primary function of the project, and a good job done by all, I think you'll agree. So it's with that, I want to take the opportunity in thanking each and everyone that has tuned into the series thus far, whether from season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even this season. I want to thank all you guys for taking the time out to check out my vlogs. You don't have to do it. Time equals life, and if you're taking time out of your life to do it, it's all good, and I give thanks for that. So it's with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. And until we link up next time, people, please abstain from foolishness, even your own, even my own. And until we link up next time, I'm out of here. We're gone. Laters. Abstain from foolishness.